you all. Thank you for tapping in with me again today. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Cleveland. This is Carter. So we are in the front yard today, y'all. We have to do some cleaning on this pool pond right here. Y'all haven't seen this, but today you're in for a treat. Not only will you see this pool pond, but you're going to clean it with me. So it has a lot of algae in here, y'all. The main reason why it has a lot of algae is because I had the plants in here. I had the water lettuce in here and the water hyacinth, and the roots just was collecting so much algae on them, kind of like those right there. Typically, some people use a UV filter. I don't use UV filters, but today I'm going to do a cleaning on this, and we're going to get this thing looking nice. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Carter. So I spent about 30 minutes or so getting out all of this algae with the net as much as I possibly can. But as you can see, it's just everywhere, accumulated all on the bottom. And no matter what I do, I am not going to be able to get it out with this net. It's just much of a too big pond. And, you know, it's just got to be a faster way. So I am going to get as much of this water out as I possibly can. So take a look. Much of this water out as I possibly can without removing any fish, and then just try to get this thing looking how I know it can look. Now right now I'm just scooping up all this hair algae.
They don't even know about the fish.
So what?
They don't even know about the fish.
Well, all we got in here is just some mosquito fish, y'all. We just have some mosquito fish that we've been breeding in here. Nothing fancy. And I'm glad we don't have anything fancy in here, because look at this pond. I mean, it just looks like a disaster. So hopefully we'll change that up today. This wasn't the plan for today, but you know, things arise, and that's where we are with things. We're going to go ahead and just start cleaning this, siphoning it out, and follow along. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, that notification bell, and like button. Now it's time to get to work. All right, y'all. So far, this pump that I got, this is a Weber pump. It works really good. It's the one that splashed in my face back about a year and a half ago when I was setting up Miami's little 125-gallon pond in the other fish room. But since then, I got it working. So it's working really well. Now, what I'm doing is I cleaned off the sides. The sides was looking really nasty. So we clean that brush right there and the sides. I'm also spraying down the algae off of everything as the water recedes further and further. Now look at this filter box right here. Now this is for pumps. So basically it's just a net, and they give you these plastic poles so you can make a cube, put the pump in there. It prevents the pump from getting clogged up. But that net is absolutely disgusting. So I need to make sure I clean that all off. I don't suspect that it's going to look the way I want it to look, but it'll look 1,000 times better than what it looked like right now. And again, as you know, this is outside in full sun, so algae is to be expected. But this level of algae is not what we want to look at when we're walking up to our house. So that's what I'm doing right now. As you can see, it comes off really easy. But as the water, like I said, recede, I'll be able to do a better cleaning the further the water goes down. But yeah, even this pump, I mean, you can't really see, but take a look at that algae. Look at all that hair algae on that pump. That's just clogging it up so it don't work as good. So all of that has to be addressed today. So I hope that you're enjoying the video so far. Taking big steps. We're taking big steps. So I'll catch you in a minute. All right, y'all. So you take a look. Got a lot of this water out of here, but as you can see, it's still extremely nasty. I'm trying to get all of that out of here as much as possible. It's Carter. It's not easy, but so that's the goal, to get as much of that out of here as I possibly can. And then we're just gonna fill it back up. So yeah, this has been taxing. But you know, every now and then it's necessary. Like, look at all that on the bottom. That's just so nasty. Get her hiding, but look at this. Yep. Yeah, so that's what I want to get up out of here. All of that. She's shocked that I'm not in the pool doing that, y'all. No need to get inside of that. No need to get in there at all. I could reach around practically the whole pool. I'm also doing like this to push some of the debris towards the filter, towards the pump, so it could get pumped out. But what I just took out like this would just stop the flow. It's kind of, the organics is pretty large. The algae is kind of big, so it's not going to go through the holes. This is where if I had a vacuum shop vac or some kind of vacuum to vacuum all of this out, that would come in handy, because that way I have a large diameter hose that can suck this out. The pumps, as you all know, have small holes, so they don't suck up fish and things like that. So, it's a challenge, but I'm always up for the challenge, so making it happen. Like I said, that's why I said it's not going to be exactly the way I want it, but it still will look 1,000 times better. But I really want to get as much of that out as I possibly can. And I guess I'll be using this net to achieve most of that off the bottom. So, a lot happening. I'm not able to give you a constant video of me doing every single step, even with me speeding it up. But again, like I said, I hope that you all are enjoying the content so far. Hope that you're learning something. Hope that I'm inspiring you by something that I'm doing. And yeah, as far as water lettuce and water hyacinth, almost not worth it. I almost want to take it out of the koi pond as well, because I'm sure this is the reason why I got to clean my filter pads over there in the koi pond practically every day. Every day they get gunked up, and I got to clean the pad. It's not bad. The water's crystal clear, and I don't have a UV filter on it or anything like that. So that's pretty good, but I'm sure this is doing the same thing inside of the koi pond. We go back to work. She'll be back with us in a little bit, and then we'll see how much of this I've got accomplished. And yeah, just dropping it over here with the plants. That's food, plant food. Carter, don't play in this dirty, nasty water, Pops. All right, y'all, so I'll catch you guys in a little bit. All right, y'all, so now we are at the point of refilling the pond. I was able to get out most of that algae, obviously not all of it, but the filter will do the rest. I'm going to load up that filter right there with a ton of filter floss and try to pull out the rest of this. But overall, it's going to look, like I said, 1,000 times better. Already it looks better. Not having all that algae in the bottom of this pond or this pool, whichever one you want to call it, pool pond, is definitely a good thing. I hate the way that looked. I hate it the way it looked. So, yeah. So now we just got a long fill-up process. Now, this is going to take some time to fill up. But, yeah, now you're able to get a look at this thing empty. Matter of fact, I'm able to get a look at this thing empty again. and do some things, move a little bit around. Oh, they're over there. So yeah, that's where I am with it. We're gonna fill it back up, and then I'll get back with you when it's done. Okay. And then we could take a look and admire this thing together. So yeah, be back in about, it's probably take about an hour. You see, look at all that. So that's how that's settled right there. But yeah, compared to what it was, it's all right. It's definitely all right. So we'll be back. All right, y'all. So we are done. We are back full, and it took quite a while to be expected. This is it's a very large pool, about 1,200 gallons. So took some time, but let's take a look on the inside. Look at that. Like I said, 1,000 times better than what it was when I started out. So yeah, I'll say it was a success. I left the filter box open because I wanted you to take a look at what I got going on in there. So very basic. Got a ton of media blocks right here and a ton of filter floss. So like I said, we are going to hopefully pull out any of the residual algae or anything else that's floating around in here. I'm hoping that all of this filter floss right here, which essentially was a pillow. I told you time and time again, pillows make the best filter floss. And I'm hoping that it'll pull it all out. So we'll see how that goes. Plants are doing all right. This one is taking a little bit more time to adjust. I think it's really just cooking in the sun. But we're getting some new growth right here, right there. But overall, I'm very pleased with the results of this pond because it was looking bad. Now all we need is some colorful fish swimming around in here, and it'll really set it off. I'm also thinking of doing something else around the back of it. And yeah, I need to also fix this bench right here. I got this sitting right here because I've been over here putting in the work. I put the screen up around the gate, around the whole perimeter of the yard. And then I also start putting these pieces of wood down there to kind of like keep plants over there. Don't have them come on this side so much because, you know, I really hate getting in between these plants and trying to get all the weeds and the ivy that comes from over there comes under. So, you know, just trying to make it easier on me long term. But yeah, so always something to do. Let's go ahead and wrap up this video and get this out to you today. Been trying to do a upload every day again for y'all. All right, y'all, so that's about it. That's all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hope that you learned something. Hope that you're inspired by something. I hope that you were entertained by something. If you're new to the channel, do a couple things for me. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And everybody, you know what to do. If you like the video, like the damn video. Peace.